What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and I have to make this video. And I want to give, by the way, immediately a full credit where credit's due to Master Chaos TV. He's a great guy. I'm actually we've been working on getting him on the channel many moons ago. This would actually make it even more likely he'll be on the channel. But no, great guy. Great creator, and this comes directly from him, okay? So I want to make sure that's the credit is given where it's due. The rumor is that Neve was telling other people this besides him, but I mean, he has the most detail that we know of so far. He has a full video up where he went to, meet her at the con that was over this weekend. He got the signature, he got the picture with her, and basically he asked her if she's returning to Scream 6. So let's read through his tweets because his tweets provide the most detail, and then we'll talk about my opinions on it. So he said he hopes to see you in Scream 6, and then she cringed, and then she told us. I assume she told everyone who asked. There was a lot of people with Scream 5 stuff. He says, I realize you'd have to take my word for it for now, but that's why it's a scoop. I'm guessing that's why they revealed Kirby's return so early, to head off bad fan reaction towards 6. And then he was asked, what did she say? And he said, it's in the video, but with more detail. She said, I passed on it. That's her words. I passed on it, to which I asked, oh, you're not coming back? And she shook her head. Now, here's the deal. I honestly think that's a realistic thing Neve Campbell would say. She strikes me as like an actual human being. I've talked about this before with Hollywood and Hollywood celebrities. She strikes me as just a normal person. In fact, Master Chaos said in his video, she comes across just as a mom. She is a mother of 2 kids, right? She just comes across as a normal person. Now, here's what because there's some people, I think there was a post on Instagram that said that she basically said like the script was awful or something. Like she gave words to the script. I find it very hard to believe she would say that unless she's looking to get in trouble. Because, oh, by the way, it is refreshing to hear that. I actually think that's okay if she says it. I would just worry about her image with, certain executives and stuff, because the amount of times you would hear something with Neve's, level of stardom, maybe not in Hollywood, she's not the biggest star, but in terms of Scream, she is Scream, right? So for somebody who means that much to the Scream franchise to literally say out loud at a convention, now it is a convention and maybe she expects, hey, this is never going to make it online or whatever, which would be kind of silly, right? But if she were to say like, yeah, the script's awful, like I turned it down because the script's bad. Now she did basically say going into this that she's only going in if the script is good. Remember, there were 2 conditions upon Sidney returning, or Neve returning as Sidney in Scream 6. Number 1, that they do not ever kill her off. She will never come back if they kill her off. And number 2, the script needs to be good. Now, I said, look, in all reality, whether you love or hate 5, okay, truly, 5 script is not all that great. Okay, we're not talking about the greatest script ever crafted for cinema, right? In fact, it's really nothing all that special. And she came back for it. So I was always saying, look, celebrities say this a lot. Well, if the script is right. And oftentimes the scripts are literally nothing special. So really, you don't have to do that much of a script to get somebody back. Now, the fact is, if she did say it's because of the script, how bad of a script does it need to be for her to say no to it? Now, I will give credit to the other side, maybe in like defense of radio silence just for a second. It's possible that the idea for 6 has always been not focusing on Sidney. Literally taking, and we've said it 1,000 times, taking the Star Wars approach. 5 was Dewey. Now, in terms of like actual time on screen, Dewey was actually pretty similar to specifically Sidney, but Dewey really led the OG cast. Is that fair to say? 5, I would overwhelmingly say, was Dewey's movie in terms of the 3 of them, okay? Much like in Star Wars, Episode 7 was Han. Then you went to 8, which was Luke. In this case, it could be, Gale. And then 9 was Leia. Obviously, that had to be kind of tossed out a little bit. And so, 7 for Scream would be Sidney. I would buy that would be the idea from the beginning. If that was what they said, if they said out loud, well, ever since the beginning, we always kind of planned it to be Dewey, but we had all of them, but Dewey was going to kind of be the lead, then Gale, then Sidney. That's kind of what we wanted to do. I don't know if that's the greatest idea, but I would buy the idea that they thought that. Does that make sense? I would buy the idea that they thought that. So to give them a little bit of credit, I would say there's a little wiggle room where you could argue, well, maybe the script is literally just god-awful, which, by the way, does not bode well for this movie. Of course, there's also, by the way, the avenue of if Sidney's not in it, if Neve's not there, does that hurt the movie in any way? Now, I've gone on record saying yes, I do. I do think it actually hurts the movie. Maybe not massive. The movie's not going to make half as much as Scream 5, okay? But if her not being in it costs the movie 10, 15, 20 million dollars, which I think is very possible, that is not great. This movie is 10 million-ish more budget than the last one, which is not much, but the last one made 140. If this one makes like 115, that's not going in the right way. You know what I mean? I think they want this movie to make 150, 160, 165. That's probably where they're aiming for, okay? I think 150 probably a nice sweet spot. If this movie makes closer to 100 than 150, it's not going the right direction, and that could maybe scare them off of a future one or the future after that. So there are some concerns there. And again, I do think Sidney's going to cost the movie, or Neve is going to cost the movie an okay amount of money. Again, debatable as to what that amount is, okay? I'm not here to say that the movie's going to make, and I don't think anybody's saying it, but if they are, that's kind of wild. The movie's not going to all of a sudden make $60 million, half or $70 million because she's not in it. No, but I do think there will be some sort of hit. But I will give them a little wiggle room that maybe it's not just the script is bad. Maybe it's simply the script wasn't, like if you're Neve, you're a mother, right? She's 48. She's got 2 kids. She's doing other stuff. She's in the Twisted Metal show, which I think honestly has the potential to do really good. She's back. I mean, she was in the Lincoln Lawyer. Is that the name of the show? I mean, she's back in Hollywood and she's doing things. So you look at 6 and you say, well, you know what? The script's not bad, but I'm not in it. I'm a cameo. I'm in it for 5 minutes. I'm not doing that. I don't really want to do that. I would buy that could be a reason that Radio Silence would do something like that in the script. And I would also buy from Neve's perspective that would be something that she would say no to. I could see both sides of that. So it may not be all bad. The rumor was that she'd be like the end credit scene. Now, maybe that's possible, but if she said no, I mean, I don't know. Now, you could, of course, keep things secret. It's not like Hollywood has never lied to us before, right? They always do that. So, maybe she's in it for literally one scene. Maybe she's in the end, something like that. Maybe, or maybe she's not in it at all, and she'll just be back for a Scream. So the issue, though, is what you do with Gail is in 6, if Sam, if she can really lead it. There's so many avenues you can go down. Of course, we'll probably talk about it as the days go on, but it is something. So, of course, again, I want to give Master Chaos, credit. Like I said, there's stuff floating around elsewhere. It's not like he's the only one, but I trust that from a personal level, I trust the guy. I think he's a great guy, a great personality, a great channel. And I also really do respect the guy and trust the guy, so I don't think he would literally make up that Neve told him stuff. I don't know about the script talk. Again, I don't know if Neve would literally say, oh, the script's bad, so I said no to it. I don't know if that is something that you would ever hear anybody say just because of the trouble you would get in, because you're basically saying, yeah, the movie's going to suck, guys. That's why I'm not in it, is because the movie sucks. So that's a tough thing to say out loud, and that's why I don't think and if she did, again, maybe she slipped up, maybe she's regretting it now, whatever, but the stuff she told to Master Chaos, that stuff I would believe. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on the next video.